Hey everyone, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. Guys, today is finally the day. I'm doing it. I'm doing a K-pop journaling video. This has probably been one of the most requested things for me to do on my channel for the longest time. I swear, in every single video and in my comments and my DMs, I get hundreds of messages from you guys asking me to do this. I was putting it off for a while, mostly because I honestly just didn't know exactly what K-pop journaling was. I mean, obviously I've seen some spreads on Instagram that were like K-pop related, but I didn't know whether like K-pop journaling spreads had rules or like certain things that you had to do or incorporate. But as I've seen more and more on Instagram and on Pinterest and stuff, I've just realized that there's no rules and it's mostly just a fun thing to do, especially if you're a K-pop fan like me. I'm sure you guys want to get right into all of the K-pop fun, and we definitely will in just a second, but I have a very exciting announcement to make for any of you LA little doodles. I'm gonna be having my very first ever official meetup/meet and greet in LA. So I'm so excited. It's going to be on August 20th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Bopomofo Cafe. The theme is kind of like a bubble tea and doodle party. There's gonna be free stationery for you guys. We can take you pictures, we can doodle together, and there's also going to be free bubble tea for the first 50 people in line. So if anything, you can come for the free bubble tea. So yeah, if you're from LA and you can come, I would love to see you guys and hang out. Please come. My worst nightmare is for me to show up and there's just like no one there. I'm actually going to be in LA for KCON LA as well. So if you are going to KCON, I will also be there. I'm going to be at both days of the concert, and I'll probably be walking around the convention as well. It's my first time going to KCON. Some of my all-time favorite groups are performing, so it'll be a lot of fun. If you see me around the convention, be sure to say hi. I can't wait to meet you guys, whether it be at KCON or at my meetup, hopefully. So yes, that is my exciting announcement. I am looking forward to giving you guys big hugs. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. Let's K-pop journal. I decided to start a brand new notebook specifically for K-pop journaling, and the one that I'm using is by Midori. It has dot grids on the inside and cream pages, but what I liked is that the front is completely plain, so maybe in the future I can decorate it or add stickers to it and stuff. But anyways, for the very first spread, I thought I would start off with something that was within my wheelhouse and my comfort zone. I've done these in my monthly bullet journal videos before, and it's just a playlist spread, except obviously this one is K-pop specific. So I have all of my current favorite K-pop songs, and I decided to make the spread look like it's playing on a phone. I've done this sort of layout before, but again, K-pop specific. Oh yeah, and I decided to add the headphones all around it just to add a nice little touch. I did actually print out all of the album covers for each song that I was featuring on this playlist, and I made sure to print them out very small so that they would fit within the iPhone, and I was able to fit around 10 songs, I believe, which I think that's pretty decent. Obviously, there's a countless number of songs that I love, but these are just my current favorites, and I stuck them on with my glue tape adhesive. By the way, all of the materials that I use are, as usual, going to be in the description box below, but some of the songs on this playlist include Lights by BTS, Focus on Me by Just Two, Highway to Heaven by NCT127, Boom by NCT Dream. What else do we have? Oh, Everglow. We also have Haze, Chunga, Snapping is the ultimate bop. We have Uh-Oh, ITZY, their new song Icy, as well as G-Friend. Okay, so for the next spread, the very first group-specific spread, I feel like it's no surprise that I have to start off with my one true love, BTS. They are truly the ultimate group for me, and they're honestly the group that started me on this whole K-pop stan life. In terms of the actual spread, I wanted to make sure that this whole spread, both pages, complemented each other, so I made sure to keep the right side of the page really pastel and airy and light, just like the playlist spread on the left side of the page. And on it, I just included some pictures. There's actually a Polaroid from when I went to the MetLife concert of me and my friend who I went with. I have a group picture of them, as well as pictures of my biases. Yes, I have 2 biases. Don't make me choose between JK and June because I refuse to. And I also included these cute stickers that I got from BT21. I actually have a lot of fresh new BT21 stationery, so let me know if you guys want me to do an updated BT21 stationery video. I know I've done one in the past, but they've recently come out with a lot of new stuff, so I can definitely do that for you. Around it, I just put some other fun stuff like washi tapes. I even used stamps to jazz it up a little, and I also printed out some cool aesthetic pictures, like that pink picture behind the Polaroid is just some pink clouds. Pinterest is really great for that if you're looking for any sort of like background texture stuff to print out. And then in terms of like what I'm writing, I'm just writing like my biases and my favorite songs. For the first spreads like this for this video, as I mentioned, I'm just going to be getting the hang of it, seeing what my style is for this whole K-pop journal thing. So the spreads are pretty basic in terms of I just wanted to have my favorite groups, boy groups specifically. This video is only my favorite boy groups because I have to narrow it down a little bit. What was I saying? But yeah, I was saying that all of these spreads that you're going to see in this video are just general spreads for my top favorite boy groups, and maybe in the future I can do some other spreads for specific members or specific songs or my favorite girl groups or solo artists or whatnot, just because there's just too much. There's too many people and groups and artists that I love, so I thought I would start it off pretty basic, and I always get a lot of questions about which groups are my favorites and who my biases are, so I thought this would be a good way to answer all of those questions. Anyway, moving on to the next spread. As you can see, this one is dedicated to another one of my favorite groups, StrayKids. I love them so much. My bias is Felix, but honestly I feel like I have 4 biases in StrayKids because they're all just so talented. You can see the top 3 pictures there. I have Jisung, Chan, and IN. And then on the left side, I'm actually playing around with some lettering. I really liked the lettering that they used in IMU, so I tried to mimic that. I also put a couple of my favorite songs. Oh, and I also recreated the lettering for Miro as well. So yeah, I just thought it was the lettering that they use is pretty cool in terms of like the graphic design, and it really inspired me to kind of recreate it on the spread. But anyway, I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I am going to KCON LA, and StrayKids are actually going to be there, so I am so excited to see them perform live. I've heard they're incredible performers, so we shall see. Maybe I'll be bias-wrecked by someone. I don't know what I'm saying right now, guys. It is currently 1 a.m., so if I sound like I'm saying a whole lot of nonsense, it's because I probably am. I finished it off with some washi tape that matched the whole blue theme I had going on, and we are done with StrayKids. Now moving on to NCT127. Now I definitely could have done their current era, which I love Superhuman, it's so good, but I honestly really love all of the photos and the concepts from the Cherry Bomb era. I think the video is so cool, and the way they used art within the video and on the album covers and stuff is so cool, so I wanted to do that, especially because I loved the bright pink color, and obviously the neon green is their signature color, so I had to include that. I figured the pink and the green would go really well together. I didn't realize this till now, but it does kind of look like watermelon colors, but I'm not mad at that. In case anyone is wondering, my bias is Jaehyun, and my favorite songs are Highway to Heaven, Cherry Bomb, Regular, Comeback. Actually, I wrote them all down, so you can zoom in on the video and check it out. But I also included a bunch of pictures of cherries that I found on Pinterest. I even found this neon sign that literally says Cherry Bomb, which was perfect. But all in all, I really like how this spread turned out. I feel like by this point, I kind of got the hang of what I liked in spreads, and I was able to have a little bit more fun with printing out pictures and cutting them out, and I really like the whole graphic look. I feel like it just suits NCT127 perfectly. Moving on to another one of my favorite groups. I mean, they're technically a band, but they're actually the band that I got into the most recently, and it is Day 6. And I don't know what I've been doing sleeping on day 6 because they are so talented. Their most recent comeback was so good. If you guys haven't listened to Book of Us Gravity, I highly recommend it. There's truly not a bad song on the album. I love every single track, which is not typical for me. Usually there will be a couple songs on an album that I will not be a fan of, but with every single Day 6 song, I just love all of it. So yes, highly recommend. They deserve way more recognition, I think. In terms of my spread, I decided to go for an earthier, more rustic feel because the concept photos did have a lot of browns in it, especially the one of Young K, who is my bias, by the way. So I did include a lot of craft paper and ripped out pages of books. I didn't actually rip out pages, I printed out pictures of text and I ripped them out, which I thought was perfect because in the title track, Time of Our Life, they always say this is our page, and the whole album's concept is books and stuff, so I thought it was a nice little nod to the album concept. I feel like I'm not able to talk about each individual group and what I love about them as much, but yes, stan Day 6, Jay is hilarious, such a meme, and they're great. Moving on to the last spread, this is one that is dedicated to the Boyz. I love the Boyz. I feel like it's no surprise that my bias from the Boyz is Kevin Moon. First of all, he is Canadian. Second of all, we're the same age, I believe. And third of all, he is actually an artist, and in the past he's posted videos of him doing calligraphy and lettering and stuff, and they're called his moon scribbles, which, you know, sounds a little familiar, you know? Moon scribbles, little doodles. I think it's just perfect that he is my bias. So anyways, I decided to go for the No Air concept photos because this era was my favorite for the Boyz. No Air is still a bop, and I listen to it almost daily. And since the No Air photos were really light and airy, there's a lot of light colors and light gray and light blue, I decided to print out a bunch of photos of the clouds and the sky just to go with the vibe, and I did use a lot of my light blue markers and washi tapes. Actually, this whole K-pop journaling thing was a great way for me to use the washi tapes that I wouldn't normally use in my bullet journal, so I will have to, you know, keep experimenting so that I can use up all of my excess stationery. Finally, I finished it off with a couple little doodles all around it, and this spread is complete. Actually, all of the spreads are complete. But anyway, here is the flip through of my K-pop journal. Again, this is the very beginning. If you guys do want to see more videos like this, I can definitely do so. I was kind of experimenting and still figuring out my style and how I wanted this to end up, but I'm really happy with the spreads. And again, these are only a couple of the groups that I love. There are so many, and honestly, it was really hard for me to narrow down and to choose which ones to make a spread for. So in the future, we can definitely do a lot of other artists. Don't you guys worry. Alright everyone, so that was it for my very first venture into the world of K-pop journaling. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, it was a long time coming, and you guys have been asking for this for a while. Hopefully it lived up to your expectations. If you guys do want to see more videos like this, be sure to let me know. I mean, there is definitely no shortage of K-pop songs and artists and groups that I love, so I'm sure we can figure out other things to fill up my little K-pop journal with. Again, all the details for my LA meetup are going to be in the description box below. I hope to see some of your faces there, and we can drink bubble tea and doodle. It'll be a lot of fun. Otherwise, if you're going to be at KCON LA, be sure to say hi if you see me around. But I think that's pretty much it for me. The question of the day actually is in the comments below. Leave your all-time favorite K-pop group, your bias from that group, as well as your favorite song. I'm gonna look through them all, and I'm sure I'll find some new people to stan. And while you're down there, be sure to click that bell button down below so you never miss when I post a new video. I hope you guys have an awesome day, keep doodling, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye everyone!